You wake up in the middle of the night with a sharp, tightening pain in your leg. It feels like your calf is twisting or locking, forcing you to sit up, stretch, or even stand just to get relief. You may have told yourself this is just a normal part of aging. Maybe dehydration. Maybe you moved the wrong way. But what if that is not the full story? If you are over 70, these nighttime leg cramps can be more than just discomfort. In many cases, they are an early warning sign that your circulation is not working the way it should. And when circulation starts to fail, the risks do not stay limited to your legs. They begin to affect your heart, your brain, and your overall independence. I have spent more than 2 decades working with older adults, and I have seen this pattern again and again. Patients come in describing these exact nighttime cramps. They assume it is harmless. But when we look deeper, we often find reduced blood flow, early vascular disease, or nerve irritation caused by poor circulation. One patient I remember clearly was a 74-year-old man who came in complaining only about leg cramps at night. He said it had been happening for months. He thought it was just part of getting older. But when we ran a simple circulation test, we discovered significant narrowing in the arteries of his legs. He was only months away from much more serious complications, including difficulty walking and increased stroke risk. This is why you need to pay attention. Your body often sends small signals before major problems develop. Nighttime leg cramps are one of those signals. They are your body's way of telling you that something is not being delivered properly. Oxygen, nutrients, or blood flow. And here's what makes this especially important. Most people miss it. They treat the symptom but not the cause. In this video, I'm going to explain what is really happening inside your body when these cramps occur, why they are more common after 70, and most importantly, what you can do to protect your circulation before it turns into something far more serious. Because once circulation problems progress, they do not just cause discomfort. They can lead to loss of mobility, increased fall risk, and even life-threatening events. So let's start by understanding what most people think is happening and why that assumption can be dangerous. Most people believe that leg cramps at night are caused by something simple. They think it is dehydration, low potassium, or maybe just sleeping in the wrong position. And while those factors can sometimes play a role, they are often not the real cause, especially after the age of 70. What is actually happening inside your body is more serious. Your muscles rely on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through your blood vessels. Think of your blood vessels like a network of pipes delivering essential fuel to every part of your body. When those pipes begin to narrow or stiffen, a common process with aging, the flow becomes restricted. At night, this problem becomes more noticeable. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops slightly, and circulation naturally decreases. If your blood vessels are already narrowed, your leg muscles may not receive enough oxygen. When muscles do not get enough oxygen, they become unstable. They can suddenly contract, tighten, and lock into a cramp. That sharp pain you feel is not random. It is your muscle reacting to a temporary lack of proper blood flow. This is the part most people miss. They treat the cramp as the problem, but the cramp is only the signal. The real issue is what is happening in your circulation system. And if that circulation problem continues to develop, it does not stay limited to nighttime cramps. It can lead to more serious conditions like peripheral artery disease, increased blood pressure strain, and even reduced blood flow to the brain. Understanding this mechanism is the first step toward control. Now that you know what may actually be happening, let's look at the first major warning sign that your body is giving you and what you should do about it. The first major warning sign is frequency. If your leg cramps are happening occasionally, that may not be a major concern. But if you notice that they are becoming more frequent, several times a week or even every night, that is not something to ignore. Most people assume that frequent cramps simply mean they need more magnesium or water. But in reality, increasing frequency often signals worsening circulation. When blood vessels continue to narrow over time, the delivery of oxygen becomes less reliable. Your muscles start to experience repeated stress. Each cramp is like a small alarm telling you that the system is struggling. Here is what you should do. Start by paying attention to patterns. Are the cramps happening at the same time each night? Are they affecting one leg more than the other? Do they improve when you stand up or walk? These details matter because they can help identify whether circulation is involved. One simple step you can take is to gently move your legs before bed. Light walking or stretching helps stimulate blood flow and prepares your muscles for rest. But do not stop there. If the cramps are persistent, you should speak with a healthcare professional and ask about circulation testing. Early detection can prevent progression, because what happens next, if ignored, is where the real risk begins. The second major factor is blood vessel stiffness. As you age, your blood vessels naturally lose some of their flexibility. Instead of expanding and contracting easily, they become more rigid. This makes it harder for blood to flow smoothly, especially to areas far from the heart like your legs and feet. Imagine trying to push water through a stiff, narrow hose. The flow becomes uneven and restricted. That is exactly what happens in your body. At night, when your body is at rest, this reduced flexibility becomes more noticeable. Your muscles are not moving, so they rely entirely on passive blood flow. If that flow is limited, your muscles are more likely to cramp. Here is what you can do to support your blood vessels. Regular gentle movement during the day is essential. Even short walks improve circulation. Staying active helps keep your blood vessels more responsive. You should also pay attention to hydration, but not just in the usual way. Drinking water consistently throughout the day supports blood volume, making it easier for circulation to reach your muscles. And importantly, review your medications. Some medications, especially those for blood pressure or cholesterol, can affect circulation or electrolyte balance. Always discuss changes with your doctor, because if stiffness continues to increase, the consequences extend beyond cramps. This is where the situation becomes more serious. If circulation continues to decline, your body starts to enter a state of chronic oxygen shortage in certain areas. This is not just uncomfortable, it is damaging. Your muscles may begin to weaken. Your nerves may become irritated. You might notice tingling, numbness, or a burning sensation in your legs or feet. These are signs that the problem is no longer occasional, it is becoming systemic. And this is where many older adults begin to lose confidence in their mobility. They walk less because of discomfort, but walking less actually worsens circulation, creating a dangerous cycle. Here is what you must do. Break the cycle early. Even small amounts of daily movement can make a difference. Elevating your legs for short periods during the day can also help reduce pressure and improve blood return. Pay attention to footwear as well. Tight or restrictive shoes can reduce circulation further, especially in the evening. And most importantly, do not normalize these symptoms. They are not just part of aging. They are signals that your body needs attention. Because if ignored, the next stage can affect your independence more directly. Let me pause here for a moment because this part matters for you personally. If you are over 70 and you have experienced leg cramps at night more than once this week, I want you to take this seriously. In fact, I would like you to do something simple. In the comments, write the word cramp if this is something you have been dealing with. And if you are watching for a parent or loved one, you can write their age. This helps you acknowledge the issue, and it helps others realize they are not alone. Now let's continue. Another overlooked factor is nerve sensitivity. Your nerves work like electrical wires, sending signals between your brain and your muscles. When circulation is reduced, these nerves do not function properly. They can become overly sensitive or misfire, triggering sudden muscle contractions. This is why some cramps feel sudden and intense, even without warning. To support nerve health, ensure you are getting proper nutrition, especially vitamins that support nerve function. Gentle massage of the legs before bed can also calm nerve activity and improve local blood flow. But there is a more serious development you need to understand next. Here is where the real danger begins to escalate. If poor circulation continues unchecked, it can lead to a condition known as peripheral artery disease. This means that the arteries supplying blood to your legs become significantly narrowed. At this stage, symptoms go beyond nighttime cramps. You may start to feel pain when walking, known as claudication. Your legs may feel heavy, tired, or weak even during short distances. This is not just a leg problem. It is a whole body warning. Peripheral artery disease is strongly linked to heart disease and stroke. The same process that narrows the arteries in your legs can affect the arteries in your heart and brain. This is why early signs matter so much. If you notice cramps combined with cold feet, slow healing wounds, or changes in skin color, you must seek medical evaluation. Because at this stage, intervention can still prevent severe outcomes. And there is one more commonly missed factor that can make everything worse. Many people do not realize that sleep position can also influence circulation. When you lie in certain positions for long periods, especially if your legs are slightly compressed or elevated incorrectly, blood flow can become restricted. This does not cause the problem on its own, but it can trigger symptoms in someone who already has reduced circulation. Here is what you can do. Try adjusting your sleeping position so that your legs are not tightly bent for long periods. A small pillow under your calves, not your knees, can support better blood flow. Also, avoid crossing your legs for extended periods during the day, as this can reduce circulation over time. These small adjustments may seem simple, but they can significantly reduce nighttime symptoms. And now let's bring everything together into clear steps you can take immediately. So what should you do starting today? First, do not ignore the signal. Nighttime leg cramps are your body's way of asking for attention. Second, begin with daily movement. Even 10 to 15 minutes of walking can improve circulation and reduce symptoms over time. Third, stay consistently hydrated throughout the day, not just at night. Fourth, review your medications with your doctor. Some may contribute to cramps or affect circulation. Fifth, consider asking for a simple circulation check, especially if symptoms are frequent. Early detection can prevent progression. Sixth, support your legs before bed. Gentle stretching, light massage, or short walks can prepare your muscles for the night. Seventh, watch for additional warning signs, numbness, cold feet, or skin changes. These require medical attention. These steps are not complicated, but they are powerful when applied early. Because the goal is not just to stop cramps. The goal is to protect your circulation, your mobility, and your independence. And finally, let me leave you with something important. Your body is not working against you. It is trying to communicate with you. Those leg cramps at night are not random. They are signals. And when you listen early, you give yourself the chance to prevent much more serious problems. You still have control. Simple actions, walking daily, paying attention to symptoms, and seeking early guidance can make a significant difference in how your body functions in the years ahead. Do not wait until the problem becomes severe. If you found this information helpful, share this video with someone you care about, especially someone over 70 who may be experiencing the same symptoms but ignoring them. And if you want more clear, practical guidance on how to protect your heart, your circulation, and your independence as you age, make sure you subscribe. Because the more you understand your body, the better you can protect it. Take care of yourself. Stay aware and act early.